What's up, people? Yeah, I haven't been uploading much these past, like, I would say a week or so because I've been going through a lot of thinking process with the state of the game, Rebirth of Souls, being a week and a half away from the release date. So I've got some goods, a lot of goods actually, and some bads. And the bads that are there are not like I would say game breaking, but it is some topics to talk about in terms of my concerns of where the game is heading. So let's start with the bad ones. The first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that there is no online information thus far. And that to me is very concerning, right? Because I thought this is a game that they're trying to make for not only to cater the sort of casual people that want to play the game just casually, but also the competitive side where for those people that want to spend thousands of hours on this game to be at a pro level, a good online is crucial for that. Obviously a good net code and a net code that is well applied, of course, because you can have a good net code, but if it's not well applied, it's not going to be very good. So all in all, to make a good online system to show the people that are awaiting eagerly for this game, to show like how it's going to work, like how about the ranking system, how is that going to work, things like that, where I wish there was more information on that and to really show us what the online is all about. All we have right now for online is just play online with your friends. That's all the information we got, and that's very disappointing. You know what I mean? Because especially, I would say in the beginning of 2020, online became such a prominent thing because we couldn't actually play in person anymore. A lot of tournaments happened online, and that really showed the world where okay, we're heading in a more online oriented gameplay here. So, the whole rollback netcode became a huge thing from delayed based netcode and all these things. Like, it's just online is such a big thing. And the fact that they didn't address anything of online is very concerning. We're only a week and a half away, like I said, and there's no information on it. That's concerning. And the second thing, sort of the next point I want to talk about is cross-platform. I wish there was cross-platform. I don't think there will be because it is a Bandai Namco game. I think to make this game as big as it can be, cross-platform is such an important thing, in my opinion. To have people on both sides, from Steam or people on the PC, obviously, and people on PlayStation. Those are two sort of prominent consoles that sort of platforms people will play it on. It's a problem. You know what I mean? Like, we can't have PlayStation play against PC players and vice versa, or even Xbox because it's going to come out on Xbox as well. It's just that is a bit of a shame. And again, I don't think there will be. There is no cross-platform for Sparking Zero, for crying out loud. That's a huge game, a very very successful game in terms of sales and in terms of a business standpoint. The game is very very successful, and yet there's no cross platform. Even though people are crying for it, they don't care really. So I think that's like a something to think about. It's a good topic of conversation, in my opinion. But so that's one point as well. The next point, which is the bigger point for me, is the characters. This actually has good and bads. Okay, there's the good side of this, but I want to talk about the more bad side about it. It's the fact that there's a lot of missing characters here. Yes, we have 30 plus characters on release date, but we have some characters that are pretty prominent in the story, and yet we don't have a playable character. So if we have Jushiro, for example, that's one of the characters I would like to see as a playable character. Unohana is one of them. We have, if we want to go into like the Espadas, right? We got Baragon, which it's like, how is Baragon not playable? That's very weird to me, right? And that's also a very weird decision that was made from the studio and Bandai Namco. Like, how come? Why Baragon? Of course, we got Zomari, which, I mean, they're less popular, of course, but still, it still begs the question, right? We have the Fullbringers that I would love to see happen in the game. They're very unique. They have their own things. Tsukushima, We got Yukio, Riruka. You know, these a lot of characters, and of course the elephant in the room, Orihime. Where is Orihime? God damn it! That's something I would like to see. I don't know, some kind of information on that. You know, like why? What is the decision making behind that of not putting them in the game? And the reason why it's sort of a concern to me is because DLC Season Pass 1 has been confirmed to be Thousand Year Blood War. So I guess Unohana fits perfectly in that scenario because Unohana Thousand Year Blood War version is just way cooler, obviously, than the Soul Society version. There's more content to work with. You know, she has more attacks that we've seen in Thousand Year Blood War. It makes sense that they're gonna save her for Thousand Year Blood War. But how about the other characters? Tsukushima doesn't make sense. Even Jushiro, like, he doesn't really do much anyways in Thousand Blood War. Just these Baragan, I mean, why would he be in Thousand Blood War? You know, it's like the question still remains. I wonder what decision was behind not putting these characters in the game. Now, I've seen some people talk about unlockables, right? Okay, what if you play the game and you unlock the characters, right? Because Dangai Ichigo has been sort of confirmed that he is an unlockable character. So you have to play the story mode and get to a certain point, and then I guess from then you can unlock Dangai Ichigo. I actually had this conversation with the friend of mine, Shisha, and we sort of came to a consensus that it's probably going to be, these are boss characters essentially, where their stats are like maxed out, right? So we can't really use that in tournament, but it's not going to be fair. So we're thinking that's probably going to be something, or it's going to be an actual playable character where we're going to have another slot for Dangai Ichigo. Either way, I think it's pretty cool. I don't really mind not having Dangai Ichigo as a slot or like a playable character, and I don't mind him being a playable character. I really don't mind either way, as long as they are unique enough, right? But again, unlockable characters to me is very, very cringe. I don't like that aspect of the unlockable things because, I mean, there is some games out there that I've experienced with that you have to unlock the characters by playing the story mode, and they were okay. In terms of like, it doesn't take long, you know what I mean? And things like, it's not sort of, it doesn't take a while to unlock all the characters. For example, like Smash, I played Smash Ultimate, and of course in the beginning you don't have all the characters, but when you play the story mode, you don't have to play the story mode. You can play anything actually, and you can unlock these characters as you go along. Very easy, very fast, not complicated stuff. Now, in terms of Rebirth of Souls, which is the game in the question here, that's a bit of a problem, right? Because the story mode is going to be super long. We're talking 100+ hours of story mode where you have to sit through that just to unlock characters. You know what I mean? Like, that to me is just, that's not cool. I really don't like that. But even then, it's like, I guess they're not going to show trailers for those unlockable characters. Is that the logic behind this? I don't know, but it is something to, I think, talk about and bring on the table as concerns, right? Things that I think should be addressed and talked about. But again, like I said, there's a lot more goods than bads, right? So I talked about a few bad stuff that sort of concerns that I have for the game a week and a half before the release date, mind you. The good things, I mean, look, there's a lot. Okay, now, a good segue, I guess. Let's talk about the good side of the characters that I talked about. And yes, there are 30+ characters. That's a lot. That is a lot of characters. Now, if you come from a place where you played a game like Sparking Zero where you have like 150 characters, you're like, dude, 30 is nothing. Let me tell you something here. Rebirth of Souls is trying to be something much greater than an arena fighter, right? It's trying to mix in arena fighter style with actual like competitive 2D traditional fighters. So they're merging these aspects to make this a competitive arena fighter game. We've never seen that before, right? So the fact that there's 30+ characters and the fact that they're all unique in their own way, they have their own gauges, they have their own evolution and their different aspects to how to play the game. Like look at Kaname Tosen, for example. Look, I mean his Bankai where like everything surrounding the opponent is just dark, right? I mean, that's super unique. We got Kenpachi, of course, the the madman. He has all kinds of armor and stuff like that. We have Stark, which he can actually use his life to, I guess, do his attacks and extend his combos, whatever. We have so many unique characters, and the fact that we have 30 plus characters like that off the bat, it's crazy. It's actually really awesome to see that. So that's a definite good side of the game that I'm really excited about. There is that part. There's also the fact that there's a lot of single player content, right? Like I said, there's 100+ hours of single player stuff. They're covering, the main story is covering, like, I don't remember the exact number of volumes, but a big chunk of the anime, right, of the story. We also have extra story, which is story mode that with a lot of characters, focusing on a lot of characters that we've never seen before. Not we haven't seen that in anime, haven't seen the manga. So not only they're covering the main 100+ hours in the main story, we also have extra story, which are canon too, by the way. They're not. It's not a made up story. Taito Kubo is supervising for that, and of course we also have the challenge modes, right? We haven't seen too much of that. We have seen a little bit, but there's challenge mode as well. Look, there's so much single player content that it's awesome to see that. It's like I said, it's catering to the casuals, but also to competitive people. They're catering much more to the casuals, in my opinion, now for people that are not interested in online and only interested in the single player stuff. But yeah, that's the concern that I had before. Again, where is the online information? But anyways, that's the good part of it, right? So much single player content, you're getting your money's worthwhile, right? So if you pay, yeah, it's like $90, whatever, for the base game, it's worth all that, right? So the next point that I want to talk about, that is actually the biggest point in terms of what's good about Rebirth of Souls, is the Bleach Hub. Yes, Resource of Souls. Big shout out to these people right here, John and Jojikis, School of Myth. These are the people that are behind this website. I freaking love the fact that we have this website, because look, it has everything. We're talking about all the characters that are, at least in the game. It's talking about different, what do you call that? Like different stats of the characters. It's talking about frame data, stuff like that. When the game comes out, of course, not now. But look at all the characters we have here, right? All of them information, ease of use, and all these things. And of course, if you click on them, like for example, if you just click on a random one, Kaname Tosen, we have the different outfits possibility here. We got, obviously this is the cool wallpaper. We got the archetypes. Look, we even have a little, like, what do you call that? A little bio of the character. So yeah, technique. I mean, look, it's just awesome, right? Absolutely sick. Oh, look at all the moves as well, for sure. Awaken, we got different combos. Look, it's very, very awesome. But what's the biggest part about this website to me is the fact that we have this tournaments, right? This is huge. We have you can join tournaments with here, right? This is basically, like I said, the hub where you can join tournaments and test out your skills, show the world how good you are with the game, right? And not only that, they have their own system with badges, which I think is absolutely insane. The fact that it has like its in-game currency, right? You have, let's say, badges, and I have badges, and we can wager our badges in whatever tournaments, right? Whatever matchmaking we want. That is so cool. That is so cool. You don't have to put real money. You can just put badges. I mean, that's sick. We already have tournaments available to sign up. Look, like I said, we're a week and a half before the release date of the game, and we already have tournaments where you can sign up and play. I love the representation of the fact that, yes, you can, we have Steam, we got PlayStation, Xbox. They all have different tournaments. We have PC tournaments, which I love the representation. I feel like there's a lack of that in fighting game sort of tournaments. It's always PlayStation, mostly. I don't doubt that it's mostly going to be PlayStation as well, but the fact that there's already PC stuff, it's absolutely awesome. But yeah, look, we have tournaments, right? This is the place for that. Not only that, you can actually host your own tournaments. So, which is what I'm going to do with Shisha as well. We're going to be working together to host tournaments and make it as fun as possible. Of course, if you guys are interested, please join the Discord. It's going to be in the description box below. you can check out our Discord. We're gonna be it's gonna be popping off really, or at least we're trying to make it pop off to to organize a lot of events and stuff like that, to obviously keep in touch with the community. Anyways, it's gonna be awesome. So please, if you are interested, join the Discord, and we can talk personally anytime really. So yeah, again, the hub is a place we needed for these kinds of things. And I know I've heard that there's also these kinds of things for other games, but the fact that we have it for Rebirth of Souls is something that I'm super happy about. I'm very excited about, and to climb up the leaderboard with this, and sort of where everybody can look into one place and know sort of the general what is going on with Rebirth of Souls, right? So that's the big good thing about Rebirth of Souls, is we already have all of this. It's ready. It's really ready to become as big as possible, to make this game absolutely pop off, where one day we can see this game in Evo, for example, right? I mean, that would be insane. That would be awesome. So everything is put into place. We're ready. It's just that we just need more information, right? Especially the online stuff. But anyways, look, let's not forget the bottom line, right? I am so excited whatever this game is. I mean, look, when the game came out, or not even the game came out, when the first trailer came out for the game, I didn't even care if this game was going to be garbage, right? The fact that we had a AAA title for Bleach was all exciting enough for me. And the fact that we're getting much more than that, I'm super grateful, right? Let's not forget that. That's the bottom line. We're having a AAA title for Bleach, right? It's like, isn't that freaking crazy? But yeah, so that's the bottom line. But again, I still have concerns. And, the few things that I talked about today in terms of like the online, cross-platform, cross-play, and just the missing characters in general, that I'm just like, I wish they were in the game. They're just concerns that will hopefully be addressed, and I think it's good topics of conversation. So if you guys want to, please let me know what what your thoughts are on in the comments, because yeah, I would like to see your opinions on this. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how it turns out, right? We still have a week and a half to go. I mean, I don't think there's much that could change in a week, but we'll see, right? We'll see. So this is what I was sort of boiling in my head for the past week, just thinking about things, like trying to make sense of this whole thing. So yeah, that's about it. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.